Houston, all sides. You know, you already know what I say when I open up on each of the shows. South side, east side, west side, north side, downtown, Conroe, Woodlands, Galveston, New York, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, what else? Arizona, Florida, Virginia, what else? Atlanta. Yeah. Good day to you. Whether it be late at night or during the daytime, I hope all you guys out there are having a progressful, successful, achievement. I hope you guys are experiencing, whatever it is that your hearts are, and minds in unison is, attaining for you. Of course, you may know I'm in the music industry, okay? I'm Houston's premier music business professional. I'm in the music industry, okay? So I'm just giving you a heads up on what's going on, One thing, just, follow me on the Facebooks, the YouTube, the Twitters, cordially invite yourself to indulge in what it is that, any programs that I got going on. And, you're more than welcome to call up to HMS and, request some of the shows to be replayed or whatnot, because HMS is a public access based program. Okay, so we do whatever make you folks happy and what you want to see. Okay, so log on to hmstv.org and go into TV schedules, and there you can see a whole list of television shows that that are airing, and anything that you see Evan Reck and Marsh or Mastermind Alliance Publishing Group, that's my programming. And yes, we here at HMS, we aim to please. You understand? Okay, first up, in all seriousness, okay, I know you saw some of the past programs, and you're wondering, I was just coming back to re-explain to some of you guys, what it is that what some of you girls too, whether you're an uncle, a cousin, an aunt, a niece, a mother, a father, or a son, a daughter, a niece or nephew. We're here to, grow and cultivate the society, okay? So, the last show that I did, I got into the very small depths of, what it is, of my opinion on things about the music industry, Let me start out by saying that you're going to go through this industry one of two ways. Okay? No, well, one of three ways. Okay? Whether you're going to do, these three ways are, if you're going through the music business or any art-based type of, formula that, something's being created with a heart and mind to take a product and transition over into, monetary gains, like a simple job at Walmart or McDonald's. Those organizations took the formula in which that I'm talking to you about now, because of once upon a time, somebody daydreamed up the concept of Ronald McDonald, the clown. Somebody even, to furthermore, daydreamed up how to make bread, taking wheat, cooking it, flour, yeast, and you got bread. Somebody, daydreamed, looked at a cow, was like, I wonder if I kill that thing and eat it, would it make good meat? Yeah, so there's daydreaming all across the board for everything that you buy, so, there's creation, then there's a need. Who needs what I'm finna create? What I'm finna create is this show. Who needs it? Who's ever watching now? Okay? So that's why everything works out. Okay. All right. The company that I'm the CEO and president of, El Presidente of, is Mastermind Alliance Publishing Group. I'll go ahead and say that again. Okay. So today's episode, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss. We're not going to go into the very, very, very conception of the thought of music. We're going to go a little bit higher into the cream, okay? So, yeah, let me start out by saying this is a war of attrition, you know? It's a war of attrition. You know, it's about records. It's about your resume. You know, I mean, music, you're a rapper, you know, you're a singer, you're an actress, you're an actor, you're a model, you paint. You draw, you know, all these things are components to the art, you know, affiliated based fields that we know as entertainment, okay? So I was having a very interesting conversation last night when I just got back from Los Angeles. I just did some work with Fox, and a lot of y'all will be seeing this on national television on a production that we put together on probably about 8 to 10 different networks on cable, probably for the next 10 years. Okay, so y'all who are watching this show right now are at an advantage, okay, because I'm explaining to you why I do and say some of the things that I say. And, you know, with this entertainment business, you know, it's funny how things work out. You know, you do, or, you know, something was successful, you know, things that you do, you know, it causes a ripple effect. So I just pre-programmed you to, you know, make ripple effects with success, okay? So, yeah, after the basics in part 1 or whatever, part 1.0, you know, the beginning of when we started talking about the business of music, okay? As an artist or whatever, a model, an actress, your resume should be filled with shows, whether it be shows at clubs, at open mics. You did an open mic, you go to a karaoke bar, you do a track, that's an active, I performed at such and such club. Me being here at HMS, I could use this on my resume. I'm an active producer for Houston Media Source. This goes on my resume. A lot of people disregard entrepreneurial-based jobs because it is a real job, okay? You know, when you're working, the basic formula for working with any business is that you're helping them make money in which you get a cut of. Okay, I'm working at Walmart. Okay, they sell 1,000 bottles of Clorox. I should probably get a penny of that or 2 pennies, depending on how much product is going, you know, hourly wages. You know, a box of this may cost $12. You make $7, $8, $9, $10, $11 an hour. That money's coming from the products that's going out the door. That's the only way business can work. Okay? So, with that being said, just understand, you know, I'm going to bring y'all up to speed soon enough. Okay, so I know a lot of y'all are anxious and you're ready to go to the studio, but we still got to cover these basics. I mean, some of y'all are going to be successful whether you watch this show or not, in which I hope. But to the more masses, you know, that may not have access to the studios, to the music, to the beats, to the ideas on how to write songs and stuff, this is who I appeal to right now, okay? So, you know, play the child's game. You know, you're going to learn this at 8 or you're going to learn this at 90. You're going to learn it somewhere, but we all are told, okay, even myself, okay? So the reason why that I find it very important to discuss with you these things is that, you know, I love music. I love the game. I love everything about it. I love building stuff, but I don't want to work in the sun. I don't like hard labor. I don't like getting along in an environment where people don't want to be there. I want to be here. So my attitude is different. You see what I'm saying? And it's very important that you follow these steps. These steps aren't the only steps that are out there. You can have family members with connects or something, but at the end of the day, you're on your own. At the end of the day, you gotta do this by yourself, okay? I've included some footage in here from Los Angeles, okay? So I want you to watch that a little bit later, okay? But for now is learning the game, okay? You gotta learn the game, Like I said previously stated, Martin Luther King said that, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Your brain is like a diamond in the rough for some of you, but I think that each and every one of you are capable enough to do something, and I'm very concerned about raising the bar a lot on a lot of things. So I'm gonna raise the bar for you, all right? And I pray that I inspire one of the minds who can, go about making something happen with themselves. You understand? So like I said, like in earliest stages possible, do your best and just know what you want to do, okay? And there's going to be times when fear is involved, and it might not work, and you see what you want. And again, before we start talking about actual business, you don't have to agree in conflict. Nobody's hating on you. Nobody has the magic button to say, hey, you're successful now. It all starts with you. And you must know that if you want to be an actor, actress, rapper, singer, model, actor, you must already realize the first point. You're already famous. Okay? You can't have champagne money with beer thinking, or vice versa, or beer money with champagne taste. It kind of gotta, you kind of gotta develop some sense of self. And I tell each and every one of you that are watching this show right now, you have a sense of pride in yourselves, okay? And where I learned that from was Navy SEAL training, okay? I got that from Navy SEAL training, okay? One of the Navy SEALs who was training me for the SEAL program told me, hey, Evan, have a sense of pride in yourself. I got beat up pretty bad and with snot bubbles, boop, I was crying. And he just looked at me and said, hey, have a sense of pride in yourself. And I was just like, okay. So I bring that message to you first off, okay? Now that conversation is already had, now understanding the game is what we want to talk about, okay? You gotta understand the game. You gotta say the right things to people. I mean, what I mean by right things is that, at the end of the day, whatever it is you're wanting to do, you gotta put the stuff together properly, So like, yeah, once you put the stuff together properly, then you'll know what you have to do to get to where you want to go. And when I say the right things, a lot of stuff in the entertainment industry happens by accident. It's not planned. So you must already have it set in your mind to accept what is, about to be handed to you. You gotta be ready to accept it, and you always gotta keep your mind open. All right, we're at the house chilling. Me and you, we're in the studio, okay? And I give you a voucher to say, go get something to eat real quick and give this to that guy. When you go to wherever it is I just told you to get the food from, look for business. I'd rather you come back with food and a potential sale versus just showing back up with food. These are tests, filters for who's in the industry, who's hungry, and who's just, there for intentions other than progress of the company as a whole. So these invisible things I just explained can get a lot of you guys cut out of the mix that you might not even know existed, okay? So keep your minds open, when you're going out doing deals, whether it's a regular deal, a job or whatever, you talk to somebody, you drop keywords, and those keywords will be like hooks on whatever the idea it is to be. Boom. And then it's like that. You got money plus a deal. You get a cut of that. And the product moving out the door, then you get a cut of that. The whoop. Ay, 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 ay. Good job. Get the fuck out of here. I didn't curse. You thought I cursed. But I was like, yay, get your bread and keep moving, alright? So, look. Okay, so hopefully you understand that. Okay, let's all take a break and take a deep breath. I just laid a heavy concept on you, okay? And don't shake it off with idea I just gave you. Keep your minds open, all right? And, your attitudes, the questions. Another concept is when you're working around people, you don't try to put people up against other people. Hey, do you know Evan? Yeah, I know Evan. What did he do for you? Then and somehow some kind of conversation is had that has nothing to do with business normally. If you're talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with business or money, you're hating. I'm sorry. You are hating. If it don't have nothing to do with business or money, you're hating. I don't care how you say it. I don't care your tone. I don't care. Business and money. Survival for yourself. And then you're getting hungry while doing these two things. It turns into a very bad situation. And I'm going to tell you, honestly, nobody has time for that. Why should we have to go out here in society, fend for ourselves, and then have to altercate with someone because they have lack of understanding of what's going on? They're just going to leave you alone. They're not going to pick up your calls. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm the type of person that I show up with product, things getting done. And words should not even matter to a transaction. So how can someone indulge in a situation like that and get themselves fired before they even knew they have a shot? A lot of you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be honest with you. I hope I'm wrong, but a lot of you guys are fired before you even know you got the job. You're fired before you even know that there's a possibility of an opportunity for you to be a part of something. Okay, so please, just, be careful with the things you do and say. I'm not saying be, less than who you are. Be yourself, okay? And if some of you have an active imagination and you like to daydream and you like to, think of, goals that may be unattainable to regular people, don't worry about it. When you're talking to the right person, they know how to talk to you. They know how to work with you. Because if they didn't know how to work with people, they wouldn't be in a position to even help you in the first place, okay? Now, I talked to you about that. Let's go to the next step, Craigslist. What I'm seeing here is that sometimes I go to Craigslist to find, some people to work with. And what I've seen in the past is that, you work with me through Craigslist, I most definitely will hook you up. And everything that is in each of those ads are word for word concrete. Okay, so you work with me, you get some bread. Be careful on Craigslist, okay? Just because Craigslist is kind of like the lottery. Sometimes you might apply for a job, and then voila, you got bread. And then a lot of folk run back to Craigslist to try to get lightning in a bottle twice back to back. The reason why I say this is that I was on Plenty of Fish, and this is like the third time this has happened now, mind you. All right, I was dating this girl, and what had happened was I met her online, and we had a brief encounter. We got a hotel, we spent the weekend together, and this was last year. Okay, so this was last year, like around on tour. We did our thing, and I left. I was gone for roughly probably like about 9 to 10 months. And so after she met me online, and we chilled out, doing what adults do, she goes back online to find another friend like me. So she comes down. So I go back to see her when I travel, and she just made me aware that she had contacted the STD herpes. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Be careful on Craigslist. Okay, don't go try to find another me, as there is not another you. Okay, I'm glad she was honest with me and told me, but she had met a guy that that she hooked up with, and for some weird reason, this guy gets an invitation to move in with her and split half of the bills. I got no phone call. I get nothing. I'm off work and gone, and she meets another guy, and he tells her, hey, about razor bumps and herpes or something, and no, he just said razor bumps. He didn't say herpes. So the guy gives the girl herpes, and then the guy steals her laptop and bounces with that. Okay? And I'm sorry, I'm clean. I am disease and STD free. And I'm going to stay that way. Condoms, showers, cleanliness is my top priority. Sex, I get too sweaty, I change the condom. As soon as I'm done, I get in the shower, wash my body off, use soap, hot water. I wash off, sweat and whatever else, squirt or whatever. I'm washing it all off. Okay? And I'm very, very clean like that. And if you ask any of the women that I know, that would tell you the same. Okay? But I don't know how these girls are meeting me and then falling in love with other people, trying to get the same relationship that we have. And it's not like I'm telling them to do this. Some of the girls, you know who you are out there in Houston, that want to cheat, and some of those I'm gonna let you know, girls, you hang out with me, a bunch of guys are gonna attack you. And some of them will even try to use me as a platform to get to you. You can listen to them. You can hang with them. But after that, I cannot come back from that. I'm sorry. Houston,